Okay, sorry. I was actually live and I forgot to turn on my camera. Yeah, it's that kind of a day. So, hello. Welcome again to the Almost Homesteading for my third 30-minute live in 5 days. There will be 2 more today. I am super excited about that and about meeting you all and seeing how everyone is doing on this super fabulous Friday. Oh, the Glamour Planner is live. Oh, that stinks. I did not realize that the Glamour Planter was going to be live as well. So if you are here in the comment section, if you could give me a thumbs up or something to let me know that you're here. I am just going to check. I'm going to go onto my YouTube and make sure that I'm showing up okay, that you all can see me, that nothing too crazy is happening. 1 second as I do that. View your channel. And the answer is yes, I am live. Okay, cool. So I am super excited that I get to be here with you. I have my cool little skeleton or skull cup that I am drinking Mountain Dew from because clearly I'm a person who needs more caffeine, right? Yeah. So I have to tell you that my mom is the sweetest, cutest little old lady. And the highlight of her life is putting red pop in her matching skull cup. She just thinks that is the coolest thing ever. And makes me happy to make her happy. So when she moved out into a nursing home, which is a part of the story that I did not tell you this morning. Sorry, I'm taking my shoes off. Fun fact about me, I can not stand to be inside and wearing shoes. So I'm taking shoes off for this live. I may or may not put them on afterwards. I'm kind of a barefoot kind of a girl. But yeah, anyway, when my mom moved into a nursing home, she brought her little skull cup with her. So my mom is totally the coolest kid in the nursing home, wearing her little thing. Hey, Tamika, how are you doing? Hey, Sarah's Happy Hives. Oh my gosh, I am so happy to see the two of you. It's really awkward being alone in a live stream. 0 out of 10, do not recommend. So the plan for today is for us all to just kind of meet each other and connect, make some new friends, get to know each other. I really want this space to be a community, and eventually probably feel more like family. And to do that, one thing I want to do is just occasionally open up some spaces for us all to get to know each other. And that's kind of what we're doing today. So I put the link if either of you want to come up and introduce yourself. My plan was, if people want to, no pressure, absolutely no pressure. I was going to give you 3 minutes to introduce yourself and your channel. And hey, Deborah, nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by. I'm excited to get to know you better. And Tamika as well. I know Sarah pretty well, but I do not really know much about you, Tamika, or you, Deborah. So excited about this. So if you decide to... oh yeah, Sarah, you had your dentist appointment today. How did that go? Sorry, I have not been paying attention to my phone enough to text you and check on you. So what I'm thinking is, unless someone wants to come up live, I am going to just kind of ask some questions so that we can all find some common ground, some things that we are mutually interested in, and make this feel a little more like a family and a little less like a group of strangers. Because one thing interesting about me is I am always the person who brings people together and like the bridge of a group. And when you see me in public, I'm always with different groups. I don't have a group, but people who would not otherwise meet each other through me. So, are you ready? If you are ready, type a 1 in the chat. If you are ready to play some getting to know you type games, no, you don't have to go on camera. It's all good. It's an opportunity for people who are into that, but no, nobody has to. He saved the one tooth, but another tooth is acting up. Oh, I'm so sorry, Sarah. I'm afraid to go to the dentist at this point because I feel like I will start the same kind of adventure. And hey, how are you? You are another person that I'm really excited to get to know better. So, and Key Kitchen. I always think of Kay Kitchen because I have a cousin named Kay, or I had a cousin named Kay. And she made some amazing food. So, anyway, so I'm curious. I wonder, when you all are not gardening or keeping bees, what do you like to do? Tell me in the comments a little about your hobbies. I know that I Bring It Every Day is a crocheter. I started to say hooker, but only Sarah and I would know what that meant. And then others of you might have questions. So yeah, I know that I Bring It Every Day likes to crochet, and she has a lot of crochet lives. And I know that Key Kitchen likes to cook. I saw her cooking some bacon and sausage earlier today on her live. And look at that, Tammy's here. Hey, how is life in the Eastern realm, which is where I'm going to call where you live because you're east of me. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you all like to do for fun so that I can know more about you, and I will tell you what I like to do for fun so that you can know me better. So when I am not gardening, I don't keep bees, but I knew that some of the people in my chats are beekeepers. I like to read. I like mysteries and suspense novels. And I like to make cool, random as heck art projects using trash. Like, I think that's really poetic when you take trash and make it into a treasure. When you take things that would otherwise take up space in a landfill and you make them something absolutely gorgeous. Like, how cool is that? So if you like art, type an A in the comments. If you like to make art or crafts, type an A in the comments. Let's see who all of our crafters are. Sarah's Happy Hives likes playing Nintendo Switch. You know what we should have done, Sarah? We should have had our gamer codes ready so that everyone could add us on the Nintendo Switch when we found other cool people. Anne says, I garden, need fur babies I rescued. Oh, Anne, tell me about your fur babies. I love fur babies. Paint when I have time, watch movies, hatch chicks. Used to read, but my eyes can't anymore, and learn all kinds of new things every day. And you know what I should do one day for you? I should do a video about herbs that help your eyes, because there are herbs and plants that help your eyes, including the obvious carrots. They really do help your eyes. So if that is something you're interested in, let me know. All right, so Anne, I Bring It Every Day. Sarah and Deborah all love art. Awesome. So, let's see. That is very cool. I love that about you all. Hey, Don Raby, how are you doing today? I hope you are having a fabulous day on your homestead. I forget where you said you're located. Let's see. I bring it every day. It likes going to flea markets and doing some drawing and painting. Tammy, I like watching old comedy movies from the 40s while I try out new recipes and exploring the woods. Very cool. Where do you find old comedy movies from the 40s? Are they just ones that you happen to have? I'm curious about that. Let's see. But yes, I bring it. I also like flea markets. You find the coolest stuff there. But I'm not going to them right now because I'm trying to save money, and you cannot both save money and go to flea markets. That's not how that works. Sarah's Happy Hives is also a quilter. Nice. I haven't quilted per se, but I've made some quilted things. Like I made some purses out of quilt blocks, and that was really fun, and I really liked it. But I don't know that I have the attention span to do anything longer than that. So let's see. Type a B in the chat if you like books, if you like reading. Oh, Anne, you've got my heart. I am a woman who hates shopping, hate buying clothes, and don't wear jewelry. Hell yeah. Now, I do like jewelry occasionally, but I am not a girly girl. I am not at all interested in shopping. Maybe I would be if I were at a normal size, but I am a super weird size. So, hey, LP, how are you doing? Nice to see you in the chat today. And sorry, Don, I didn't actually acknowledge your comment. You're in West Virginia, the Eastern Panhandle. Ooh, I wonder if I'll pass by you on my way to North Carolina this year. Hopefully we get to go to North Carolina. We shall see. So our readers, Sarah Happy Hives, Crooked Peach, Tammy, LP, Dawn, I bring it every day. Let's see. Okay, Crooked Peach, also not a shopping kind of a girl. Let's see. Yeah, you know what, Anne? I'm really lucky. My mom is also not at all a girly girl, so she had no such desires for me. As a matter of fact, I remember when I was like crushed emotionally because I was like 10 and she didn't know how to do a basic braid in my hair. And I was like, are you serious right now? LP, I'm a girly girl when I want to be. Then it's fun, but shopping does stress me out. Yeah, shopping stresses me out. Now, there are times that I would like to dress up. I like cosplaying. Hey, cosplaying is C. Put a C in the chat if you are interested in cosplaying. Yeah, so I would dress up to cosplay. Even in some fancy frilly dresses, but I would be glad to get out of them. Let's see. Anne says, no, my mom wore makeup to bed. Jewelry was a must and shopping was her fun. Oh, wow. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I have not really worn makeup in a long time. Now, sometimes I'll wear concealer when I'm making videos to hide the bags under my eyes, because they're like genetic. It doesn't matter if I've slept a million years or what, they're still going to be there. Sarah's dressed as Princess Leia. Awesome. I've dressed as an elf. Okay, so going back to books, who is your favorite author? Let me know in the comments. I love Iris Johansen. She is hands down, my favorite author. Her series about Eve, is it Eve Duncan? No, that's a different Eve. Anyway, Eve somebody, are about a woman who is a forensic sculptor. She's the one that takes a skull that's found and puts the clay on until it's a face. And those books are so good. I will not start one unless I have 24 hours that I can devote to it, because I will not sleep. I will not cook. I will take the book with me to the bathroom. I will just read until it is done. Oh my God, they're so good. Anne Haynes likes Virginia. Is that Virginia Andrews? Is that VC Andrews? Is that the same? I have read some of those, and they're good. They're interesting. She really captures the dynamics of the family. Let's see. Anne says, I was considered very weird by her and her sister. You know what, Anne? That just means you're more amazing than they had the capacity to appreciate. Just saying. Sarah doesn't have a favorite author. Dawn Ray B also reads a variety and doesn't have a favorite author. Ooh, LP likes Hugh Howey. Most famously, he wrote the Wool series, which was turned into a show on Apple TV called Silo. What kind of like what genre is that? Okay, yeah, and Flowers in the Attic. That's exactly what I was thinking of, with the creepy grandma who gave me cold chills. Like, I felt the coldness of her soul through the pages. That's a good author. Tammy says, I guess if I had to pick a favorite, it would be Robert J. Conley and the Real People series. I haven't heard much about those either. Ooh, tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more. Like, does she have a car? Actually, I guess it's him, but whatever. Sarah read Flowers in the Attic and the series. LP leans to sci-fi, fantasy, but Jodi Picoult, I think is how you say that, and Janet Ivanovich are older faves. Yes. Fun fact, my first memory of being with my husband's family was his grandma talking about Janet Ivanovich in her books and how they had sex scenes, but they were so funny that she didn't feel like they were inappropriate. So that's cool. Ooh, Tammy, that sounds awesome. I'll have to check that out. Neat. LP Wool was post-apocalyptic sci-fi. Highly recommend it if that's your jam. I'm similar to a lot in the chat. I will read anything except for romance, I would say, and smut. I don't do smut. Sarah's Happy Hives, Michael Crichton, Eaters of the Dead. Ooh, I haven't read that one. I feel like we read the one about where they travel in time. I feel like we read that, but it's been a while. I forget the name of it. Anne Haynes, I love sci-fi movies and series. Ooh, me too. The Stephanie LP says the Stephanie Plum series is good, though admittedly I didn't keep up with it for no particular reason. I get that. One thing that I do is I collect like all the books in a series. Like I pick them up at yard sales and places where they're like 50 cents. And when I have them all, then I read through them. And unless it's an author that I absolutely adore, then I give them away or sell them or something. Dawn Ray says the best book I read recently, The River, 104 in the series by W. Michael Geer, a Western historical novel. Interesting. Sarah's Happy Hives. I'm currently working on The Honeybee Democracy by Thomas Seeley. Okay, that's cool. That's awesome. Is that fiction or nonfiction? I feel like that's probably nonfiction. Dawn Ray B, The Morning River. Ooh, I have not heard of that. And I got myself the Wheel of Time series of books, and then my eyes decided to play up and I couldn't read them at all. Oh, that's so disappointing. I will tell you that I once got the first book of the series free somehow on like as a Kindle audiobook, maybe. I don't remember where, or maybe it was free on Audible without a subscription. And it was one of the best audiobooks I've read. But I've got all the books. I think I've got all the books in the series, and I haven't been able to sit down and read them yet. But now they filmed the series, and I'm so glad. So is it good? I have not watched it. I want to read at least the first book first. LP, in short, they live in silos that are mostly underground. Outside the silos is toxic. There's a lot of interesting social stuff going on amongst the people. Oh, neat. That's really cool. Sarah's Happy Hive says it is nonfiction. That's what I thought, based on the title. Hey, Miss Kirkland, my fellow Indiana dweller. How are you this amazingly gloomy and yucky day? Hope you're doing well. Okay, LP really enjoyed The Wheel of Time. That's awesome. The Host was good by Stephanie Meyer, the author of Twilight. That's cool. I have not read that. I did read all the Twilight series. That's my simple non-spoiler about Wolf. Thank you for no spoilers. Anne says they did an excellent job with the first series, now waiting for season 2 to be released soon. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Yes, you're my northern neighbor. So I've got people to the north, people to the east. I don't think I've got anybody to the west or the south on here that I know of. Although Sarah's kind of like southeast, so maybe she counts as east-ish. Okay, so let's see. We've talked about books. We've talked about cosplay. Let's talk about, what can we think of that starts with a D? Digging in the dirt. Do you like gardening? If you like gardening, put a D in the chat for digging in the dirt. Let's see who all my gardeners are up in here. LP, it's a romance of sorts, but I really enjoyed A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. It's about witches, vampires, and more. I don't mind romances if they're in with something, just not if that's like the entire point of the book. Like the crime romances, totally fine with those. Sci-fi with some romance, fine with those. Okay, so LP likes gardening. Sarah Beehives likes gardening. Anne likes gardening. Tammy likes gardening. Dirt therapy is the best. I don't know. Woods therapy is a really, really good competitor. But yeah, dirt therapy is amazing. And speaking of D, dandelions, Tammy, we had been talking about dandelions on one of my chats, and Tammy says you can eat the small new leaves and they aren't so bitter. So I'm going to have to try that. Speaking of the letter D. I'm skeptical, Tammy. I'm skeptical, but we'll see. Okay. LP agrees. Romance in a story is fine. Tammy agrees with the woods. Ooh, season 2 is out of the Wheel of Time. Nice. Deborah just started a few plants for the first time. Amazing. So for all of you who are gardeners or people who have planted a thing, what plant are you most excited about growing this year? I have some ashwagandha seeds coming from a fellow YouTuber. I am super excited about those. I never in a million years thought that they would be able to grow here because they're like used in the Indian, as in India, the country, not India, like Native American. They're used in the Indian medical holistic medicine system. And so I never thought that they would grow in Indiana, but apparently you can grow them and it's not even that hard. Who knew? Who knew? All right, taking a drink while we discuss. And while I think of what E can stand for. Eggs. What is your, let's see, type E in the chat if you like eggs. Not everybody does. They kind of make my stomach sick. And tell us how you like them. Scrambled, over hard, over easy, poached. I've never poached an egg. I don't know how that works. Oh, Tammy has lime balm. What? There's a lime balm? That's cool. Tammy, you got to tell me all about that once you get it going. I'm really curious. Sweet Annie. Sweet Annie, is that a flower? Like a flowering herb? I feel like I've heard of it somewhere, but all right. LP likes scrambled. Sarah likes ramen eggs. Ooh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. And Tammy just got fresh eggs from her brother-in-law. Awesome. That is super cool. F, and I'll tell you how I came to this in a second. Put an F in the chat if you like learning foreign languages or like sign language, which is not actually foreign, but it is a language that isn't ours. So, wait, Crooked Peach, what is a tomato egg? I have questions. I have so many questions. And the reason that I thought of that is Sarah typed in ramen eggs, and that made me think, of course you like ramen eggs, Sarah. You're learning Japanese, which actually, I don't know if is ramen Japanese? I don't know. I'm really bad at matching foods with their countries. But anyway, that inspired me to say our letter F for foreign languages. I do absolutely love learning foreign languages. I have attempted, not learned, I have attempted the following languages in order of when I tried to learn them. American Sign Language, Russian. That didn't go very far, by the way, just so you know, that's hard. Then French in high school, which I retained none of. Then Spanish, which is by far my strongest language. Arabic, Chinese, Portuguese, Czech, because somebody challenged me to learn it. What else? I think that's all. Let's see. LP has tried French. Nice. Sarah is picking up Spanish too. Oh, cool. So heavily stewed down tomatoes and scrambled with eggs. Nice. I like to put salsa on my scrambled eggs, so I think I would totally love that. Sarah says French won't stick to my brain. Agreed. But I feel like if I were around French-speaking people and I could see it used in context, then it would probably stick just fine. But Crooked Peach, you're the best. Still trying to learn English. I mean, I get that. English is hard. No judgment. All right, let's do G. G. What starts with G? We already did gardening. I may need some help. What question can I think of that starts with G? What can I ask if you like or dislike? Crooked Peach, the people stuff. Don't even get me started on the people stuff. I have intense social anxiety, so people, so hard. Totally get that. Games, oh yeah. So who put a G in the chat if you like board games? We'll start with board games because that's a little easier. I obviously love board games and video games. Maybe it's not obvious. I haven't talked about the board games very much. But I love board games. We have a huge collection. And if you want, tell me your favorite game. What is my favorite game? We have a series of card games called Flux. And the basic rules of the game are draw a card, play a card. But you have new rule cards that you can play that change the rules of the game. And there's all different kinds of Flux. There's Doctor Who Flux, Star Flux, which has Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who. What else? Marvel Flux, Wizard of Oz Flux, Monty Python Flux, Cthulhu Flux. There's just a million of them with different themes and different cards, so it's pretty cute. So Sarah likes games, LP likes games, Anne does not like games at all. LP likes electronic games. That's cool. Anne says the only games I play are online. I get that. I've played a lot of games online. So Sarah's happy. Hives likes Monopoly. That's cool. Crazy Eights and Euchre. Oh my gosh, Euchre in my family, like that was some serious business. Let's see. Anne says my husband loves board games, but he can't ever get us to play it. His favorite is Monopoly. You know what? If you want people to play a game with you that are not board gamers, Monopoly is not the one to suggest because it's long. And if you're not a game person, you're not going to do it. Crooked Peach, not a game person. Solitaire, maybe if I'm laid up. I get that. Crooked Peach, you seem to have high energy, kind of like me, high energy. So high energy people and board games are not always good. Yeah, Sarah, Euchre can get serious. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. All right. GH. I'm going to try to get to L before I end the chat. Yeah, Crooked Peach, it is also known as ADHD. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not that I would know about that since I'm so, calm and mellow. Let's see. H. Hot food. Put an H in the chat if you like your food spicy. Hot. I mean, most people like their food temperature hot, but H if you like it spicy. Let me clarify. I mean that in like hotness of food, not as in other things. We don't want to know that. Miss Kirkland, both my sons have ADHD. Yep. ADHD is a superpower, but like every other superpower, till you learn how to harness it, some chaos can come from that. Anne likes hot food. LP likes hot food. Sarah sometimes likes hot food. Tammy likes hot food. Deborah likes hot food. My husband loves hot food. Before I married him, I didn't like hot food that much, but now we use habanero hot sauce in a lot of things in our kitchen. So here we are. Crooked Peach likes hot foods on occasion. That's fair. I get that. There's one there. Yeah, yes it is. I definitely would not be able to do the amount of things that I do. For example, doing 4 live streams today if I were neurotypical. If I did not have any kind of disorders, I would not at all be able to do the things that I do. So for me, I've learned to work around it. It's a lot of, you really have to find your niche in the world. Not every niche in the world can handle ADHD. And my husband thought he liked hot food till he tasted mine. Yes. And do you have, I feel like I always get you and Andale confused because you're both Anns. Do you have cooking on your channel? Let me know in the comments. Ooh, Sarah likes hot honey. Nice. Ann's is very mild compared to yours. So Miss Kirkland, my sons love soda and snacks. Yes. Miss Kirkland, how old are your sons? I feel like you probably mentioned it, but I don't remember. Anne says hubby cooks most of the time. Awesome. Tammy, same here, Anne. He won't touch mine when he sees me break out in a sweat. Yes. Oh, you all, I need to try your cooking. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because he likes Turkish food, not South African. Oh, Anne. Okay, now I remember which one you are. Now I remember. Awesome. Miss Kirkland, 16 and 11. So you're in this stage of like the homework battles. Are you in the homework battle stage? Fun fact about us that's not really related. We were foster parents, my husband and I. We were actually fostering to adopt. That didn't work out so well. But we did learn a lot about the homework battles, ADHD and the homework battles. And at the end of the day, my girls were great kids. But sitting down after a day of sitting at school and trying to do homework and focus on it and do it right, yeah, not ideal for them or for the parents. But we survived. Everybody lived. So let's see. Did I figure out an I? No. I makes me think of Ireland, and that makes me think of travel. So, do you like to travel? If so, put an I in the chat. And bonus, you can tell me where you would love to go if you want. Clearly, Ireland is on my list. But honestly, I would love to go to the Middle East and just spend some time like staying with families, trying the spicy food. I was reading Miss Kirkland's comment. Trying the different foods, learning the different cultures. It's a little different with the Middle East because of the cultures and the customs. I don't know that you can really do that because of the men and women and being segregated and stuff like that. But it would be my dream. Okay, Miss Kirkland says with our youngest on the homework, the oldest loves homework. Gotcha. My oldest loved school, and she it's not that she minded the homework so much as that she just wanted to be done with it. So she just like flew through it at the speed of light, and then we had to go back and check her work. So, I mean, really, all things considered, it was pretty cool. Oh, Miss Kirkland, nobody else likes spicy food? Sad. So, Miss Kirkland, are you saying that when we do our Northern Indiana meetup that we should pick somewhere spicy? I'm down. Anne says, I taught ESL in a few countries for a few years. Nice. ESL being English as a second language. Oh, wow. You went interesting places. China, Malaysia, Uzbekistan, Dubai, Italy, and here. That's so cool. I taught ESL through one of the online English portal things. Didn't like it. Started channel teaching English vocabulary. Like that a lot more, which is kind of how I ended up here through a long series of events. All right, Sarah's been to Canada. Nice. Yeah, I love traveling. one of my favorite things in the U.S. We go to North Carolina every year. And I have to say last year, normally it's like a family, like an extended family trip. So there's not a lot of time to do things that I'm specifically interested in. But last year, my husband and I made a point of having an afternoon to ourselves, and we hiked at two different parts of North Carolina with very different terrain, and that was cool. That was absolutely fabulous. Yeah, wow. Anne, which of those places was your favorite? So if I had to choose just one place, I would probably be tied with Ireland and Egypt as far as where I want to go next. I love both of those. And I'd love to go to Germany, see where my roots are. And Ireland fascinates me, so I'd like to go there. I also, if you looked at my ancestry, I know this is going to shock you, absolutely shock you, but my ancestry is mostly European, Western European. I'm sure you couldn't tell by like the deathly pallor, the freckles, the thin hair. I'm sure you had no idea that that's where my ancestry came from. But I do, my great grandma was from Ireland. So I think that's really cool. I would like to know more about Ireland. And Anne says Malaysia is the coolest place she went. Miss Kirkland, I totally agree. The food is really kind of irrelevant. Crooked Peach, yeah. Yep, you also fit the description, huh? Yep. So, okay, we've got J, K, and L. So, J, what can I think? My father was 4 when his dad immigrated to South Africa from Hamburg, Germany. Awesome. Hey, Nikki, welcome to the chat. The everyday life of an OCD-ish chick. I need to invite you over to my house. Are you the kind of OCD where you go to a house that's cluttered and you feel a compulsive need to clean it? If so, I'd love you to visit. Anne says, so I'd like to go meet some cousins there. That would be cool. My grandma's grandparents came here from Germany. I don't remember what parts, but she remembered them only speaking German in the house when she was growing up. So that would be cool. Jay reminds me of Joker, which makes me ask, put a J in the comments if you like comic books and things of the nature, graphic novels, comic books, all the movies made off of the comic books, the series. Okay. Nikki, I still love you, even if you won't feel a compulsion to clean my mess. I still love you. So I was not even remotely interested in anything comic related until I married my husband. And he loves comic books, and he loves all the comic book movies and most of the comic book series. And so I have acquired a love of, did you all hear that? Could you all hear that in the background? Hold on a second. I'm going to go open my front door. I think my cat needs to go out and vomit. 1 second. Hold on, baby. Okay. I just got it. Whew. Sorry, that's the most random reason to leave a chat ever. However, she did make it out in time and is happily, I don't know if she really needed to vomit or if she was just faking it. But my cat does compulsively vomit. So let's see. Anne says, my son is a big fan of the Marvel comics and the movies. Crooked Peach likes nonfiction. Ooh. I'll think of a way to work that into a question later. Oh, poor Nikki, itching thinking about having to clean someone else's mess. I get that. I get that. Sarah says I didn't last long as a janitor. Yeah, I get that. I get that. My mom cooked in restaurants and nursing homes and different things through life, and she would come home and be like, no, not cooking for you, sorry. So K. Hey, you know what starts with K is Miss Kirkland. Miss Kirkland, do you have anything that you want to ask everyone in the chat? If so, I will totally let you choose a question. Anne says, I like to clean my own place, only not others. I am totally the opposite. And I'm so overwhelmed by cleaning my space. But if I went to someone else's house, it would be amazing. It'd be amazing, but not my own. Sarah says, now I clean up after bees. Life is good. Not sure what kind of mess bees generate to know if I would be into that. I would have to think more about that. So, yeah, we'll see if Miss Kirkland wants to give us a question. No worries if not. Meanwhile, I'm going to think, oh, I know what I want to do for L. I'm going to do it while we wait. So for L, put an L in the chat if you like Lord of the Rings. The movies, the books, either one. Crooked Peach, in the long process of editing my house. Yeah, I really am. You know, we talked this morning about minimalizing. I really want to work on that. I plan to do that over the winter, but life got away from me, and I don't think my house is any more minimalized than it was. So that stinks. Odom. Hey, Odom. Nice to see you. Aren't you at the Soil Family Expo today? How's that going? Let's see. Odom loves Lord of the Rings. Anne loves it. LP, Sarah, Anne. Yeah, Nikki, a honey mess. That sounds like a better kind of mess, right? Yeah, I love Lord of the Rings. I was really determined not to watch it because I have this thing about, like, if everybody loves something so much, I usually resist watching it. But my favorite cousin Joe got me hooked on it. So now here we are. Oh, so Odom's sitting in the car while the wife is shopping. Awesome. I am so envious. It looks so amazing being there. But maybe next year. Maybe next year. So M, and then we're going to go back to K. For M, Maureen, speaking of which, starts with M. Hey, Diva in the Dirt. Maureen Washington, how you doing? Would onion rings count? I don't think this is the kind of ring that had to be thrown in Mount Doom, but whatever. Sure. Okay. So Diva in the Dirt is a musician. She sings. And that makes me wonder, speaking of M and music, who can play a musical instrument? Put an M in the chat if you can play a musical instrument, and maybe let us know what you play. So my best instrument is the trumpet. I started in school playing the clarinet. Yeah, that was not the greatest. It was not the instrument for me. I mean, I made it work, but trumpet, I'm definitely a trumpet player. I can play the drums in a pinch. I played this one year. So I went to a super small rural school, and and we had this teeny tiny little band. So this one time for a competition, they had me play the trumpet for one song, bari saxophone for one song, a bass clarinet for one song. And so I had to have people help me carry my instruments. It was really amusing. Luckily, all those songs were easy on the big giant instruments of doom. Everyday life of OCD chick. I failed out of piano lessons at least twice. Oops. Sarah, I started to learn viola, but it didn't stick. Anne tried guitar, but couldn't do it. And Odom asks if the CD player counts. Yeah, whatever makes you happy and makes music. Nikki can bang the heck out of a tambourine, though. Started to say trampoline. No, tambourine. That's awesome. And you know what? I still have not thought of anything to go with the letter K. So I'm just going to ask a random question. Sarah can play a dandelion. So random question. So, you know, on this channel, I like to talk about herbs. I like to talk about upcycling different products. I like to I like to do cooking videos, and I make lotions and balms and healing skin products. What would you like to learn more about of those things? Let's see, we'll make a key. Type a herb if you want to learn more about herbs. Okay, type a C if you want to see more cooking videos. U if you want to see more upcycling. Hold on. And L if you want to see more lotions, balms, and skin products of various types. Sarah, I have an uncle named Herb. Awesome. Oh yeah, kites. I should have done kite flying. Crooked Peach likes herbs and lotions. Awesome. Tammy likes lotions. Amazing. What was I? Oh, that's L. Never mind. Sorry, I'm silly. H, Odom loves learning about healing herbs. It's amazing. I really do too. I had no idea when I started just learning about some mushrooms for fun. I had no idea how deep this would take me into the rabbit hole. So I totally love it. Okay, well, we have been on this live for almost an hour. I actually was only meaning to go live for 30 minutes, but I was having fun chatting with you all. So, all right, so tonight I will be back on at 6. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing that live on. I keep debating between different options, but it's just a little too cold to go outside for herbs. And then at 9 o'clock, I'll be doing the N through Z of this. So I have got to get going. But again, I'll be back at 6 o'clock, which is in 2.5 hours my time. I will be back at 9 o'clock doing this 5 30-minute lives in 5 days. I think I'm going to get more than that. Diva, that is a deep question that I will have to ponder on. Odom, Mullen is amazing. Love that stuff. And to everyone else, I'm sending you all the love in the world, and I'll see you next time. Eat something wild and have a great day.